All right. Good evening. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us this evening. We have an awesome, fun-filled, exciting, packed night for you. As you heard, my name's Jared Narlock. I'm the Vice President of Talent Development, and I am going to be your host for this evening. And this is an exciting night that we have planned, a night of learning, a night of interaction, a night of engagement. And I'm going to talk in a few moments here about three different things that really embody what we want to accomplish tonight and what we hope goes well beyond the walls of this auditorium this evening. And so we have 5 amazing speakers that are ready. They have prepped, and they're from South Dakota, the majority of them, but they've come from all over the United States to be with us tonight. And so you're in for a special treat. With that being said, I also want to thank the Civic Center and the amazing partnership that they've helped us in collaborating and putting this together. It's been an awesome experience. And then, of course, each and every one of you. I know many of you had a lot of different things that you could have done today, but you chose to be here. You also, I'm sure, had big, long, busy days. And so thank you for taking the opportunity to engage, to take this time of learning, of development, of engagement, and to be with us. And so a few things before we get started. One is interaction. So we want this to be interactive tonight. We do ask that you silence your cell phones, but don't put them away. Okay, and you'll see on the screen behind me a few different things. Right here on this side, we have a hashtag. And so the hashtag is ConnectDakotas2018. So we encourage you to show us your experience tonight. Whether you're here down in row 2 or you're in row 15, you might be seeing this a different way. And so if you take a picture and you put it on Instagram, or if you post something on Facebook, or maybe something on Twitter, go ahead and use that hashtag so others can follow along and interact and see what you're seeing and what you're taking away. Another cool thing is you see my name down there at Jared_Narlock. That's my Twitter handle, and it's amazing we still use the word handles. I thought that would go away with CBs, but Twitter brought that back. And so with that Twitter handle, you can interact with me. If you don't have a Twitter account, it's easy. All you need is an email address, and you'll be able to interact. And the cool thing about that is in between the sessions and the individuals talking tonight, you can ask them questions. So Nick Tilson, he's going to be our first speaker, and you may say, oh, I got a question for Nick, but I got to leave right at 8:30. Go ahead and ask that question, and we'll make sure to work with him to get that answered. Additionally, if you want to interact with our speakers tonight and you have some time after 8:30, they're going to be in the back. You'll be able to talk with them and have that opportunity to connect. You may have also noticed when you came in our wall of connections. And so with that wall, we asked anybody that took something off of there to make the commitment to pay it forward with what was in there. And so that's going to require going beyond tonight. And we ask that you capture that moment with the hashtag when that happens, wherever it happens, and we're able to see that and interact with that far beyond this evening. So we appreciate that and want that interaction. With that being said, I want to talk about those 3 things that you heard me mention, those 3 points. And the first of those points is boldness, followed by empowerment and trust. So boldness being what these speakers are going to bring here tonight. They're going to talk about some things that are really extending vulnerability for them. They're going to talk about some different things of how they've impacted communities at a city, county, state, and even national level with some of the work that they're doing. They're going to talk about ways that you can impact that and be a part of that as well. And it's up to you whether you decide to take that action and make this something that goes, again, beyond these walls with them, a part of that, taking those hands that are being extended tonight. And along with the boldness, we talk about empowerment. And this event was put together tonight because I work for an organization, Regional Health, that is sponsoring it, that believes in empowerment. We have an awesome president and CEO in Brent Phillips, who he speaks about empowerment with our physicians and caregivers on a regular basis. And with empowerment, for it really to be true, trust has to be extended. We have to extend trust as well. And he extended that trust multiple times, so much so that I went and talked with him about this after talking with some different people, and they said, hey, we have this idea. And it was exciting, And they said, we really don't know, where we can go with it, but here's what we're thinking. And I said, I would love to be a part of it. So went and talked with Brent and said, Brent, here's the idea. And he was smiling ear to ear and said, go forward, and whatever support you need from me, I will be a part of it. And so he was extending that trust that I was already knew was there, and the empowerment to bring it in and say, hey, want to do something different, something that we haven't done before. And so as him and I were talking about empowerment, we talked about, the opportunity that each person has tonight, the opportunity to make an impact with the individuals that are here, and us deciding how can we make this go well beyond January 18th? How can we at the city, county, state level do different things that impact our community and partner with our government officials, partner with law enforcement, partner with those in healthcare, education, growth and development to go beyond what we have sometimes seen as barriers. And there's different individuals that I've come into contact with, two different types. I've come into contact with the type that says, hey, I want to do this, but this group stopped me. And I always wonder and question about it. If they stopped you, were you really passionate about it? Because I've met a completely different group that they've said, yeah, I hit a wall here, but that just helped me figure out that there's 3 other ways to get over this wall, 3 other paths to go down to make this happen. And the exciting thing is you're going to see that. Each of these individuals tonight will talk about some of their challenges, some of the walls that they've had, some that they've seen, and how they've went under them, over them, around them, but they certainly didn't do that alone. And so I encourage you to be fully present tonight, to engage, to be open, and to decide what you're going to do with this throughout tonight. As you have some personal self-reflection, as you think about the groups that you may already be involved with in the community, how you can come together, and we as a whole can come together. And so I want to thank you for taking that time tonight. I want to thank you for being here for these speakers as you're able to make this event go much further than the awesome rehearsal that we had this afternoon. And I got to hear the different speakers, and as I said, you're in for a treat.